Aloha, Richard Halverson here. This is ITS227, fall 2023. And in this video, I'm just going to go over the syllabus. So let me share my screen. Okay, so you should go to La Lima and you should see your ITS227 up at the top. If you don't, click over here in the upper right hand corner and see if it's there. If it's not there, then you can email me. And if you click on overview, you get the syllabus, and this course is online asynchronous, and there will be a video playlist of all the recordings that for this semester's course will be here. And if you want to have a Zoom meeting with me, you can. This is my Zoom address. You can text me, and first time if you have a question, that's the quickest way to get a hold of me. Tell me who you are the first time you text me, so I know who you are. Or you can email me. I check my email a few times a day. This is the textbook that we will be using, and all of your work is going to be in the textbook, so you need to get the textbook. I'll go over that in a moment. So you should have the prerequisites. This course is about front-end development. It's the programming of the browser. You know, this is the browser here. And if you ever view the source, click on view source, view page source. You click on any place on the browser. And this is all the HTML. And this is a JavaScript here. And all of this is what we're going to be learning. You can see here that there's 10 chapters that we're going to cover. In fact, why don't we look at the textbook right now? Click here, and if you haven't purchased the textbook, it costs $89, and that's good for the semester. These are the chapters. We're going to cover chapters 1 through 10. 1 through 11, and I include these other 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chapters because if you take the follow-on course, which is ITS 380, 387P, I think, for programming, that's server-side programming, and there we get into Node.js and PHP and advanced PHP and SQL and so on, and React. But this course is front end, and that's so we start out with introduction to web programming, introduction to HTML. We're going to learn HTML, more HTML, and we're going to learn how to build web pages, and then we're going to learn what's called style sheets. Cascading style sheets. And that is how you format the website, you know, colors and bold and, you know, put tables and so on, fancy stuff that moves around. And then we're going to also learn JavaScript. And that's the actual programming. And that is very similar to, you know, Python or Java or PHP or any of the other programming languages. And so the way the textbook works, if you've taken any of the other courses that use iBooks, then you already know how it works. There are let's see, let me get this straight here. This is from a different class. There are, if we click on activity, you see that there are these participation activities, and these are simply reading and clicking through the animations. here's an animation. You click through the animations, and when you're done, read it. When you're done clicking through and understanding the animation, then you end up getting all the points. And so you have to click through. So that's reading the textbook. So you're going to read the textbook and go through all these answer all these things. Period that was first developed. Must be this language used for text file that describes a web page, HTML, and so on. Answer them all, and you get the points. Okay, so those are those kinds of activities. Here's some little quizzes. First website was published probably 1991. Yahoo created, I'm not sure, 2001 maybe. Oops, a long time ago, huh? All right. So I got all the points. So you can make mistakes, just answer them correctly. And then there are also, let's see, there are challenge activities, which are these blue things here. And those look more like these. These are all participation. You have to go through all these. Here's some challenge activities. And here you have to keep on doing it until you get the right answer. So which IPv4 addresses are valid? Let's see, this one's not valid because it's got too many periods and too many numbers. This one appears valid. It's got 4 sets of numbers separated by periods, and the numbers range between 0 and 255. So that's correct. That looks like that's correct, and this is not correct. So this would be, let's check it, and oh, this is not correct because 361 is bigger than 255. So my mistake. So this is what happens when you get something wrong. You click on next and you have to do it again. So this is not correct. This is correct. This is not correct because the numbers are bigger than 255. And this looks like it is correct. And there you go. And so I got that. All right, so these are challenge activities. So you have to do all these. And then there's also labs. And labs look like this, they're green. And so in for example, this lab, you're supposed to read this. You download the zip file. And it's got 3 files in it. It's got an HTML file. It's got two images, and you fix up the HTML file so it's correct according to this, and then you drag the HTML file here, and then you submit it for grading. So let's try it. Download, and it's going to end up being here. Where is this? It's in my downloads folder here. So I'm gonna put it on. Well, let's see. I'll just open with. I'll just how do you unzip it? Extract all. So it's in my downloads folder. Big deal. So I'm going to extract it all here. And here it is. And here's the index.html file. And these are the 2 images. So let me just double click on the HTML file, and that'll open it up in Chrome. So let me do this. And it looks like this doesn't have anything. Let's see. So let's go back to the file. And so I want to open this up in some sort of editor, don't I? What does it say? I guess it doesn't say. So I'm just going to use, I'm going to use Notepad. So I'm going to right click on it and open with Notepad. It's the simplest one. Everyone's got Notepad, and it looks like this. And the first thing we're supposed to do is put a title tag that would go here. Title. And what are we supposed to put inside the title tag? This 5 things to know about rattlesnakes and babies. Copy, paste right in there. And then I use the image tag with the source of that and an alt attribute of that. I'm just going to copy this whole thing. I'll fix it up. And where does the image tag go? I'm going to put it here. Let me just paste this. And so the source is going to be equal to this image equals the image, which is in the same folder. So I don't need to do any sort of folder to it. And the alt attribute, I think, equals this. And then I would close that tag. Yes. And then there's going to be an H1 tag that contains this. Well, anyway, so I'm going to save this now. And I'm going to see what it looks like by refreshing this. And see, now we see the logo. And so anyway, so I would continue on, and when I was all done, I would drag it to here. And so so this is a very incomplete result, but I'm going to see what happens when I just drag this there and see what happens. Submit for grading. And the only thing I got was 1 point because I got the title tag. Oh, I wasn't supposed to have the period there. Didn't like the period there. I bet if I take the period out. Okay. Save, and this is what I mean. This is the incremental development. And I got 1 more point. Anyway, so this is how this works, how the auto grading works. You can submit as many times as you need to submit it to get all the points. No reason why you can't get all the points on all these things. That was this one here. So now it records 5%. I got 5% of this one, 1/5 of it, I guess. And so there's, if you go back here, you'll see, you notice on the syllabus, there's there's about 2 labs per week. So there's nothing due the first week, but there's 4 labs due the second week from chapter 2. Chapter 3 is spread across 2 weeks. So there's a total of 4 for chapter 3. Chapter 4 is spread across 2 weeks. 5 is just 1 week. So there's just a couple in there. And so you can see that that's why chapter 3 It's got the 4 labs now. There's optional ones. I just thought I'd include those in there, and there'll be some videos, and you can see how those work on some of those. But the number of labs that are due is limited, and so it's not going to be a whole piled on. It'll be about a couple labs per week, and then the challenge activities and the participation activities. And so make sure you do this weekly engagement thing, so I know that you intend to continue with the class. This is the grade book, and you can see the percentages of each of the types of activities, and that's all there is. It's all and this resources. This is the video playlist for the last time I taught the course, and so there's videos for almost all the challenge activities, or I think maybe all the challenge activities there's videos for, except for chapter 10 and the labs, a lot of the labs. So let's see, I'm not sure. I'll probably help you out on some of the labs, because I guess maybe I didn't get to a lot of the labs last semester. So anyway, that's all it is. This course is pretty straightforward. If you have any questions, these due dates are only recommended due dates. You don't need, if you need more time, you don't have to ask for it. It's just that everything's got to be done by the end of finals week. Since everything is auto graded, since I don't need to really look at anything unless you have some problems, as you submit your work, I'm able to go in and see your submissions. I have to drill down, but so if you have any questions, if you can just email me and say, you know, why didn't I get those points on my last program? I can go right in the teacher's version and see your progress, and I can help you debug your code that way. Don't hesitate to ask if you're stuck and you need some help. So anyway, hope this helps. I'll be making videos periodically. Thanks for watching.